every 4 years, we have such a unique opportunity to vet the presidential candidates, not just on TV or some faraway rally, but up close, in coffee shops, in schools, in events just like this one. We get to shake their hand, we get to look them in the eye, and we get to know them on a personal level. And that is an opportunity that we as Iowans take very seriously. And quite honestly, I don't think that it's ever been more important, at least in my lifetime. When we look at what is happening to our country, it is almost unrecognizable. Crime out of control. Terrorists are coming across the border. Over 6 million illegal immigrants have invaded our homeland. Fentanyl is flooding our streets and killing our children. Government spending is out of control. Inflation is crushing families. And here's the most amazing thing. The Democrats are bold enough to tell you that Bidenomics is actually working. And that's just here at home. Okay, so we go outside of our borders. Hamas is committing unspeakable atrocities against the people of Israel. Iran, the nation backing these savages, is attacking our troops. And all the while, China is watching and waiting. So on caucus night, on January 15th, we're in trouble, but we are resilient. We can turn this country around. But if we don't get this next election right, if we don't choose right, we are not going to get this country back. So we have to do everything we can to make the right choice. Not only do we need to make sure that we elect someone who can win and beat Joe Biden, we need a president who has the skill and the resolve to reverse the madness that we see every single day. We need someone who will fight for you and win for you. We need someone who won't get distracted but will stay disciplined, who puts this country first and not himself. That leader is Ron DeSantis. So I have a little bit of a unique perspective. As governor, I've seen it. I was there with him during one of the most challenging and crazy times in our history. And while COVID might seem like a thing of the past and that it's behind us, and believe me, we hope it is, we should not and we cannot forget, because it showed us how our leaders respond to a true crisis. And more importantly, it tells us how they'll respond to the next one. And there will be a next one. The pressure to shut down, to quote, shelter in place, to keep our kids out of school was unbelievable. And it came from every corner, even from the White House. You know, most leaders, they buckled under that pressure. They listened to Fauci instead of the real science. But there was one man running for president who did not. Ron DeSantis. When the liberals and media came after him, he stood his ground. When the Trump administration let Fauci lead their response, Ron had the courage to say, "Not in Florida." But here's another thing that sets Ron apart. He didn't just fight to fight. He stood his ground because he dug into the issues. He actually hired and listened to some of the best people to make sure that he was acting on real science and not fear. And that is how this man handles every issue. Ron is focused. He is principled. He is results-driven. And in short, what I love most about Ron is he gets things done.